So which of the following statement about the graph, this one is true? To be honest, this is a relatively fundamental questions, but many students do not have a very strong experience when they sketch the graph of a quadratic function. Y is equal to 16 minus x minus 6 squared. This is very similar to a vertex form. Vertex form is a times x minus x squared and then plus k. Why we prefer to write in vertex form when we sketch the graph is because it gives us the vertex directly, which is hk. And then if you use the graphing app Decimal, then you may input similar thing and easily find vertex form, quadratic formula. Then you give you some slider for you to experience how a, h, and k affect the graph. But anyway, we are going to rewrite the given information in this format. So y is equal to negative x minus 6 squared and then plus 16. Negative, that means negative 1. So in this case, a is referred to negative 1. And this a is the same as standard form. That means the graph a is smaller than 0. That means the graph is open downward. If a is larger than 0, that means the graph is open upward. After that, the key point of vertex form is the variable x is locked inside a square bracket, and this square bracket will create a minimum or maximum. In this case, we are talking a maximum point. When this bracket equal to 0, that means when x minus 6 equals 0, x equals 6, then the whole thing will become maximum because we minus the less. I repeat, when this square must be positive value because it's square. That means when this square is 0, we minus the least. That's why the final result is the largest compared with any other x situation. If x is not 6 here, that means this square will be some values. That means from 16 we need to minus some other value, which will cause the graph going down in both directions. So we know that the x position here is equal to 6 at the vertex point. This graph is not really good. It should be symmetric. And then also they give us the y coordinate, which is the maximum possible of y, maximum y here. Any other x input will make the height become lower, but its maximum height is 16. So the vertex form is really great and easy to get the graph. It's like this. If I rewrite it, it should be a graph open downward when x is equal to 6, which is maximum, and the maximum here is 16. So look at the questions. They say the graph cut at x-axis is obviously cut the x-axis. You don't even need to try to test the delta. It's because our maximum is 16, then we minus some value, we got these 2 points. So this statement is true. The graph open upward. Okay, it's because the coefficient here is negative. That means we must minus something. And when x become really large, that means we need to minus a really large number. It will give negative infinity. So it's not opening upward. The y-intercept, if you look here, we say the maximum y is 16. But however, when x is 0, that it must be some value less than 16, maybe larger than 0, less than 0. Maybe you just consider when x equals 0, then you can get the values. It should be negative 20, so this graph is not very accurate. But anyway, this one is wrong also. The graph plus full origin, that means when x is 0, is y 0. Maybe we test here. On this curve, when x equals 0, y is equal to 16 minus 0 minus 6 squared. that means negative 20. So it should pass somewhere here. The correct graph should be like this. So this is negative 20 and not origin. So this is also wrong. The correct answer is A.